My
Rachel.
point is that your belief in women's rights, you have to ask the men to guarantee your rights. Any rights you have are granted, guaranteed, and enforced.
Force doctrine, baby. Force doctrine, baby.
Do that anymore. You don't have them.
Okay.
So if you want to live in reality,
make it right? Does it make it right? That is my argument.
that's an is statement. That's not an ought statement.
Just
Now,
answer the question. Does it make it right?
I don't agree to the same paradigm as you. I don't believe in rights, like human rights. Everybody has rights.
Right,
I
you're
have rights. You have rights.
special,
I
and you
believe in
believe-
duties. We have duties to each other. We have duties to society.
We have duties, but not
to
rights.
God. Correct.
We have duties, but not rights.
That's right.
Correct.
As individuals. That's
Yes.
what you believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I disagree.
But
I
what
believe we have
you
rights.
believe in is fairy tale stuff.
No, it's
only
practical.
there, but it's only there granted to you by men. Do you understand that?
I understand that, Rachel. Do
So
you
then you'd better
understand-
be nice to
Do you
them, and you'd better
understand-
stop arguing that you don't need them, and we should have our own money, and
you're
you should
not-
have your own money,
you're
and we're all
trying to
going to
put-
just live as
you're trying to
individuals.
put words in my mouth.
This
I've never
rugged
once-
individuality that you believe in doesn't exist.
I've never once argued that we don't need men and that we shouldn't value men or anything like that, Rachel. Again, stop trying to put words in my mouth. You know exactly
Okay.
what you're doing. My only argument has been that regardless of whether it is because of, the generosity of men that we do have rights, women and men have equal value under the law.
Why does that mean women need political power?
Because
Having equal value doesn't mean you should have power.
Because we all live under the system, right? We all have a voice on the system that we
She's
want to
doing
live
bird
under.
hands.
I'm Hispanic. I talk with my hands. Soy
Bird
cubana.
I have a collab coming out with Homath really soon, too, guys, by the way.
But again, our rights don't come from whether people or not can overpower us.
Yes, they
the most-
do.
the
They
most simple-
actually literally do. Tell me why people should have rights.
because we have inherent value and worth.
According to who?
Regardless of gender or
According to
or
who?
demographic.
Who?
You disagree
Says
with
who?
that?
I didn't say I disagree with it. I'm
Okay.
saying I don't think. You say we should. I'm saying
We should,
I don't
yes.
care about what we should. I'm saying I'm the one now saying I live in reality where things are actually how they are. And in reality, men grant rights and take away rights at will. And I don't think it's the correct way to look at history or the correct way to look at society to say everyone has a say, everybody has these rights, especially when you've detached them from duties, because you still haven't told me a duty women have to men. Men have duties to women, right?
Which ones? Name them.
Which duties to men have to women?
To women specifically, not to the country or anything like that. What duty does Brian have to any specific woman out there?
Well, I'm not talking about individuals.
No, I am talking about.
Okay.
Wait,
well,
really
that's
quick,
a
can
different
we-
thing.
Really quick, can we define the terms here? Can we define duty and can we define rights?
Yeah.
Well, rights are just an entitlement absent duty. It's something that you just deserve.
Yep.
And women love to talk about what they deserve. The deserving. I deserve, right? Women
so-
think of the world this way. This is a gender difference. Women think of the
An entitlement absent of duty. It sounds like an Andrew Wilson definition. Wow.
and
Just
and
again.
via it being to God.
What
it's
duty
to
would
the
you
rest of
assign me
humanity.
to any man that exists out there right now?
You don't have an individual duty to an individual man because you're not married. But as a woman, you have a duty to society to do one of a couple of things.
Society.
Either produce the next generation or support and help those who are producing the next generation in whatever capacity you can, if you can't do that. That's what women's duties to society are, because if we don't do that, society dies.
Gotcha.
Everything collapses.
What if-
men have a duty to provide protection, infrastructure, all the things I've already talked about, because if they don't do that, we all die.
Okay.
Everything crumbles.
Okay.
That's what a duty is.
Yeah.
It's something we're obligated to do outside of ourselves, because if we don't, catastrophe ensues. Here's the thing.
Let Rachel finish.
You care about each, and the reason is because you care about you, okay? You care about individuals and what the individual wants and what the individual makes them happy, because you want to pursue what you like and what you prefer and what makes you happy. It comes from a place of selfishness that you want to
How is it
defend.
more selfish for me to do what I want than it is to prescribe other people what they should be
Well,
doing?
because here's what
What the
here's
heck?
what motivates me. Here's what motivates me. The reason I'm here I don't give a what adult people want. Adult women, I don't care. I care about what
Seems like you really
I care
care.
about what feminism has done to children. That's my primary beef with it. And if you go into the last chapter of my book, I go over all of the hell that we have unleashed on children who pay the primary price for us telling women, you don't have to do anything, sweetie. You just do whatever you want with your life and whatever makes you happy. And we're going to arrange all of human society around women and what makes them happy and how they feel. The people that
Nobody's
pay the
arguing
price for
for
that
that.
is primarily children and secondarily everyone else. I don't care what you want to do for a career or what makes you happy.
I know you don't, and I don't care what you want to do with yours either.
You
I think
should
that's-
care about the future of the human race.
Yep.
You should be producing the next generation, and you should be living your life in a way that is best for them, not for you. That's what I believe.
I do that. However, I see fit that
You
that
don't
would work
do
out.
that. You don't do that at all.
You know how I am doing that? By making sure that I have the right conditions to have children so that I don't give them a family that's going to be broken up in the future. I know you have experience
There we
with
go.
that,
trying
and it's
to avoid
very
talking about you because
and-
I don't want to make this about you and your
It is-
whether you're having children, because listen,
It is about the individual at the end of the day. And yes, we do benefit as
She didn't have kids because she's worried that they're going to have a stepfather.
But again, you are trying to put individuals into boxes based on gender roles, and gender roles do exist. And there's certain things that women are
it's just
naturally good at,
It's like so over your head. It's like
and
you
are
just
naturally
won't
good at.
compute for
But
some
for
reason.
example, some women are just
If
not,
you die
some women- some
tomorrow,
women
they're
are
just going to fill your job. Some other blonde chick who looks good in a ball gown is going to
Some-
go to the political dinner and take pictures.
That's
okay,
not what I do.
You're not doing anything that's gonna
funny.
leave a legacy after you're gone.
okay.
You're not having an impact on society
Fantastic.
in that way.
Do you think every woman should be a mother?
Yes,
I
unless
disagree.
There's a
I
few
think that depends on the
instances.
person's character.
There's
Some
a
women
few,
are just not motherly.
There's a few
period.
outliers. Listen, we can't talk about things on an individual level because there's
Yes,
always
we
outliers.
can.
No, we can't, because you're the type of woman who goes, well, I would say men on average are taller than women. You go, well, I'm taller than my friend Bob. He's
That's
5'4" and
not
I'm
the
5'6".
example that I'm giving.
That's what you do
Nope.
endlessly through this
Nope.
whole debate. You go, but
Nope.
what about this outlier? What about this person? It's like, are there a small subset of women who are not cut out for motherhood? Yes.
You've gone from denying.
Are you going to just yap the whole time and just talk about
we're gonna-
but my individual rights,
we're
and
gonna
I think
be-
we should all ride
we're gonna be here for
unicorns
5
down
hours.
rainbows because I
Are
think
you
that would be
okay?
best. And
They would victimize you for hysteria just a few years back, Rachel.
Hardly.
But
I don't think so. I don't think it would be me who would be having the trouble.
But again,
I think
now
it
we've
would be
gone.
you.
Rachel,
And
now-
by the way, Rachel would have a husband who would be like, mother, you ain't lobotomized my wife. And they'd be like, Mr. Wilson, we are so sorry that we ever even dreamed. And I'd be like, that's right. Now get the fuck out of here. And they'd be like, yes, sir, Mr. Wilson, right away, sir.
we've been here like, what, 5 hours now?
So
Yeah, we're just there's a
And,
few chats that are finishing up. We have Tomrin. You can boil the vote issue down to the fact that men are forced to go to war if need be. Women have got the comfort of the vote without the responsibility, on top of abandoning their procreating.
I am not in favor of any kind of draft or men being.
It doesn't matter.
forced
We live in reality and we have
to
a
go to
draft.
war.
We have a draft, though.
that
You're not
can-
getting rid of it and it's not going anywhere.
Yes, that can actually.
Oh, now things can change, Brian.
That's a larger.
Wow.
That's actually
Another
more
contradiction.
realistic.
Another
That is more
contradiction.
realistic.
I just
than
love that.
having
I
the
love
right
it.
to vote taken away.
Yeah,
Rachel.
but that wouldn't be perpetually binding. Like, okay, you get rid of the draft, but
War is not going away.
some
So
sort
the
of-
draft is not going away.
Definitely
Even-
not.
even if
although
they
I don't
passed
think
a
it'll ever
law?
be used because of, like you mentioned,
wait,
Rachel,
we're closer.
technology.
Oh, that's crazy. You don't
Did
think
you just see
Oh my
how many
God.
men were in Russia and Ukraine over the past few years?
I'm talking about the
Technology
US, the
did
US,
not.
Rachel.
It would be the same
we're at
thing
war
if we
with
were.
Iran?
The
We
US.
have service people who are being right now there.
Which I disagree with. What I'm saying, my argument is that we are not going to invoke a draft anytime.
How can you say
You
that
can't say
definitively?
that. We're
I
going
wish there
to.
was a-
In fact, it's inevitable that we will again at some point.
Okay.
It's inevitable that we will.
Well, we'll
100%.
see if we're all
She just
alive
lives in
the
Delulu
next
land where
50
she has
years to see.
normalcy bias where in her lifetime this is how it's always been, therefore it's always going to be that way. So another fallacy, the normalcy
that's just
bias.
statistical probability.
No,
of things
it's not.
happening.
You have no statistics to back that up. You just keep asserting garbage.
Wait, Rachel, wouldn't statistics...
Okay, are we done?
Hold on,
Since we just finished our
Statistics would bear out
closing
that we're
arguments.
going to
Well, yes,
probably
we do
have
the
a
closing
draft.
arguments,
yes.
but we also allow people to have some chats come through.
right.
But wouldn't the statistically, there have been...
The fact that we
There
have
has
the
been
kind of technology
conscription.
that doesn't require boots on the ground like we did in previous
Oh my
wars.
God, what a
that
fucking idiot.
because they
We're
have
gonna
no
have even
idea.
more
You have
advanced
no idea about
technology
war.
within-
That's
all
not
gonna be-
true.
years
It's
to
going to be
come.
drones,
It's
bro.
going to be drones.
Yeah, it's all gonna be drones,
It's
uh-huh.
going to be electrical grids going down. It's going to be cyber warfare. It's
Fucking
gonna be
stupid.
that kind of stuff.
That'll be a
Yeah.
component.
They're so stupid.
Each
Then
other.
why are there currently people in the military, like actual humans in the military?
There's still some jobs that can't be filled by
Just can you
a
put that
robot,
on the ground?
AI or those.
Oh my, okay, that's crazy. That's
Like infantry and people with that can't be filled with AI. Oh, color me shocked.
and it is still men to have access to the vote, and if they don't register for the selective service, technically a felony, $250,000 fine. They're
bad.
barred from certain federal jobs, from receiving federal student loans. So even then, they're
Disagree
still
with all that.
you.
Disagree with all of that.
What does
Yeah.
that have
But
to do with
it is the
anything?
current status quo.
Yeah, maybe we should work towards removing that. That is more of a
Well, maybe we should work
realistic-
towards.
How
there
about
not
women
being-
sign up for the draft?
Well, what they again, probably not going to happen. What they did do recently.
Why shouldn't we? But
What they
ought
did do
we to make it
recently-
fair? If you want equality, women ought to sign up for the draft just like men, right? Wouldn't that be equal?
I want equality, which is why I want men to not have to sign up for the draft like women.
Okay, then if we get invaded by a foreign
Oh my God, we're
power,
still
who
going at
fights?
this. How about we finish these? 'Cause
Okay,
I
that's
have
what I
to.
thought.
Yeah,
She's down.
run.
I made my
You've got
argument.
nothing.
I made my argument.
I'm gonna- I'm
What
gonna
you
pull
want is equality when and where it suits you, and then you want men to, as long as one sex is expected to die for the other, there cannot be equality.
Yes.
Exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
that is absolutely right.
Correct.
Most men are not dying for women.
The expectation is that when it comes down to it, the
Individual
men,
men are
the
not
women
out there
and children
dying
get the
for women.
lifeboats, and the men are supposed to sacrifice their lives for the women
Yes.
and the children. And as long as that's the expectation, there's no such thing as equality, and that's never going to change.
And in reality, that doesn't happen. Those are, again, very
a
special
little bit.
occasions.
I can kind of see it.
Tom Green.
I can see it a little bit when he was younger, you know.
The
comedian?
Yeah. The
Salad
didn't read
fingers.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember his big thing or whatever. Christopher Scott, you said not allowing women to vote is illogical. What law of logic does not allowing women to vote?
Great
A law
question.
of
Violate.
logic.
Do you want to respond to
You
that?
love logic. You should know the three
Adriana?
laws of logic, right?
I've already I've already answered that question multiple times. I'm trying to get off this podcast.
Well, I mean, be a good sport that people sent in some super chats.
There's no such thing as a law of logic. How's that?
Are you serious?
Law of logic. That's a good one.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you don't know that there's.
Wait, do you want to do a bet? $1,000 bet?
A law of logic.
You just sat here on this podcast and the last podcast talking about how you're logical and you have the logic positions and you love logic, and then you said there's no such thing as the laws of logic.
What are the
There's a single definition of the law of logic. Is that what you're arguing?
No, there's three laws of logic that govern
So there
how
isn't
logic
a single
works.
law of logic.
He said,
Which is-
which
Oh
of
my
the
God.
laws of logic, which law of logic does not allow women? Would it be the? I'm not even gonna. The the law of
When he says
identity,
what law of logic, he's asking which.
the law of non-contradiction. These are laws that govern what is logical. Otherwise, how would you know what's logical?
What's logical is that men and women hold equal inherent value, therefore they should have equal legal representative
She's a politician.
value and an equal vote.
She's a politician. She doesn't give a straight. She won't give you a straight answer. You can ask.
That
a
is a
question.
straight answer.
That wasn't a straight answer.
It's not the answer that you want to hear.
You have 2 master's degrees?
2 bachelor's degrees.
2
She's
bachelor's
got
degrees.
bachelor's.
Okay.
Long time ago.
All right, we have Jim Bob. We tried Christopher Scott.
Man, oh man, that was just a ton of fucking fun.
There's no such thing as a law of logic. How's that?
Chance.
There's no such thing as a law of logic. How's that?
Chance.
There's no such thing as a law of logic. How's that?
Oh, there's going to be so many cartoons from this. So many cartoons from this. Holy, it's going to be a blast. See, you have to remember, my wife, she does logic. It's always logic first. There's something about that. Something about the fact that you can deploy the anti-feminist logician into the den of the feminist and see how their logic maps out. These women are far more educated than my wife is formally, and yet can't even make a basic argument. It's disgusting. Some of you, maybe late at night, before you have your marital relations, you talk about all sorts of bizarre things. Me and my stupid wife, we talk about logic, talk about reason, talk about why things are the way they are. And you see it deployed in real time. You watch these femcons just get fucking annihilated. That she didn't even understand her own position. The reason that Rachel's such a weapon, a nuke, I deploy her sparingly, is because she can say the same things that I say. Even better than I say them in many cases. They can't look at her and be like, oh, it's because you're a misogynist. It doesn't seem to really pan out very well, does it? You know, it was a lot of fun.